Once upon a time, Disney owned the game. But lately, something's changed. While Disney can't decide what tone to stick with, other animation studios are doing something rare. They make heroes that actually stick.
È soltanto questo, un atto di fede.
Like, what's up, danger? Like, what's up, danger?
They aren't your classic fairy tale leads, all loud and flashy, but they have one thing in common. They're memorable, superior, and real. But what exactly makes these heroes stand out in today's animation world? Flint is what happens when your brain moves faster than your body, and your body is holding a spray-on shoe can. He's not this smooth, confident type of inventor you'd see in other movies.
And the entire town budget on the thing that is under this moon, featuring a live appearance by Baby Brent himself.
But actually, that's exactly why he works. When we meet Flint, he's the ultimate underdog, a kid whose inventions are either useless, dangerous, or both. Spray-on shoes that never come off? Rat birds? A monkey that talks through a translator?
Spooninator! Grocery deliberator! Invisible coffee table!
It's chaos and it's hilarious. But underneath all the goofiness, there's something real. A desperate soul that needs to be seen. He doesn't just want to invent, he wants to prove to the world, and especially to his dad, that he's not a failure. Sounds familiar? Flint's dad is the polar opposite. Quiet, grounded, and completely unable to understand his son's scientific mumbo-jumbo. Their relationship is so awkward, it hurts, but in the best way. It's like watching two people try to hug while speaking different languages. When he can't express pride in words, he does it through a heartfelt fishing metaphor that only makes sense to him. And somehow, that's what makes it perfect. That's where the movie hits its emotional stride.
You know, I don't understand fishing metaphor.
And then there's also that one food machine that turns water into cheeseburgers. It's the symbol of Flint's entire personality. Brilliant, ambitious, and way too unstable. It starts as his dream come true and ends as a literal disaster raining from the sky. The machine is basically like himself. Good intentions gone wild. But here's the beauty of this movie. Even when everything falls apart, he keeps trying.
Kill code downloaded. Redesigning, virtualizing, cutting, welding, forging.
He doesn't stop because the world laughs at him. He just builds again. That's what makes him different from your average animated genius character. He's not some Tony Stark. He's that kid who made a volcano for a science fair and burned down the gym. But he's ours. Flint Lockwood shows us that failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of it. He's clumsy, loud, and constantly covered in pancake syrup. But his heart's in the right place. He's the type of modern hero who doesn't need a cape, just some duct tape and hope. Jim Lake Jr. isn't our typical hero. He's not born from royal blood. He doesn't have ancient powers. Nope. He's just a high school kid who burns his toast, gets detention, and somehow ends up being the first human troll hunter in history. When Troll Hunters starts, Jim's whole vibe is painfully relatable. He's awkward, tired of cafeteria food, and more worried about asking a girl out than saving the world.
CHIMIDIA.
Really? Close your mouth. You're drooling. No, I'm not.
But that's what makes his transformation hit so hard. He doesn't want to be special. He becomes special because no one else steps up. And what's actually so cool is how the show treats his chosen one storyline with actual realism. Every time he takes on a troll or tries to balance his normal life, something falls apart. His friendships, his sleep schedule, his grades in school.
I believe I'm overdue for a conversation with your mother.
No. Stay away from my mom.
Just gone like that. But he never gives up. He fails, learns, and shows up again. They also gave him a really strong emotional core. His relationship with his mom, for example. She's a nurse who has no clue her son's sneaking off every night to sword fight literal monsters. That kind of double life creates real tension, but also a sweet bond. Every time Jim's mom shows up, you remember what he's fighting for. Not power, not fame, just the people he loves. The real thing? He isn't perfect, and the show never tries to pretend he is. He doubts himself constantly, he gets scared, and when he finally accepts being the troll hunter, he does it because he's scared. That's what makes him so good. He's a kid trying to figure out how to be brave in a world that's way bigger than him. Jim works because he's not written like a hero. He's written like a human. A messy, brave, loyal human who just happens to wear armor. And in a world full of overpowered, perfect heroes, that makes him untouchable. Okay, now let's be honest. When you first hear Count Dracula, you expect some dark, mysterious guy with a creepy castle, maybe sipping blood and doing the whole blah, blah, blah routine. But Hotel Transylvania said, what if Dracula was just a stressed single dad? Somehow this worked better than it had any right to. Drac isn't out there conquering worlds or turning humans into vampires for fun. Nope. He's running a hotel for monsters who just want a little peace and quiet.
Welcome to Hotel Transylvania.
Monsters? Peace? Quiet? Yeah. Think of it like a 5-star Airbnb for creatures with trauma. But behind all the jokes and slapstick, what really makes him stand out is his heart. He's a dad who's terrified of losing his daughter, Mavis. Everything he does, every overprotective, overdramatic move, comes from that fear. He's actually the definition of a helicopter parent, if the helicopter also turned into a bat. When Mavis wants to see the human world, Dracula literally stages a fake village attack to scare her into staying home.
You're on fire. Can I do anything? Can I help you? Dad was right. Dad was right.
It's controlling, yes, but also deeply human. You can feel his fear under every lie he tells. He's not evil. He's broken. And that's what makes this version of Dracula so refreshing. He's not a villain. He's just a dad trying too hard. His whole story is about learning to let go, to trust that his daughter doesn't need protection from the world. She needs freedom to explore it.
I guess it was only me. But you should be happy, Dad. There's no reason for me to leave. I have no more dreams. I'm just like you now.
That's not something you see in your average animated hero. Plus, he's actually hilarious. Adam Sandler gives him this perfect mix of dramatic flair and awkward sincerity. He goes from, I am the Prince of Darkness, to, did you pack a sweater? In the same sentence. That emotional whiplash is gold. By the end of the movie, when he finally accepts humans into his world and supports Mavis's relationship with Johnny, it feels earned. His fear turns into love, and his control turns into understanding. That's real growth. Not because he became powerful, but because he became vulnerable. Dracula may be undead, but emotionally, He's one of the most alive characters Sony ever wrote. Who remembers this penguin? Cody Maverick is what you get when you mix teenage ego, penguin feathers, and a GoPro. And well, yeah, that's exactly why I love him. From the moment he opens his beak, Cody's convinced he's special. He's from Shiverpool, literally the coldest, lamest town on earth, and he dreams of becoming a legendary surfer. He talks like a pro, acts like a pro, and totally believes he's the next big thing. The only problem? He's actually terrible. Yup, level wipeout on the first wave terrible. Surf's Up nails this mockumentary style that makes him feel like an actual person. It's shot like a sports doc, complete with interviews, shaky cameras, and awkward pauses, which makes his delusion even funnier. You've got Cody talking about being born to surf.
Take your board and go try it out.
That's what I'm... Maybe I will,
Good.
huh? Piece of junk. Watch!
Oh, that was a nice ride, man.
But then the footage cuts to him getting destroyed by his own freaking board. It's the perfect setup for a hero who's more passion than skill. But underneath all the surf jokes and penguin slapstick, his story has a real heart. He's chasing validation, not glory. He wants to prove himself to a world that never took him seriously. He's just doing it with a surfboard instead of a supersuit. Then you have Big Z, the surf legend who becomes Cody's reluctant mentor. Their relationship flips the typical hero learns from the master trope. Instead of pushing him to be the best, Z teaches him to chill and to really enjoy the ocean. The moment after Cody learns to finally let go and ride the wave for fun, that's his leap of faith.
Hey. Long, slow, smooth.
Like making the board.
There you go.
All right. Okay.
Good, yeah.
By the end, Cody doesn't win the big competition. He wins something better: peace. And honestly, that's way cooler. He learns that greatness isn't about trophies or crowds. It's about doing what you love, even if you look stupid doing it. If there's one character who defines what a modern hero really looks like, it's Miles Morales. He's not a billionaire genius, not a chosen one, and definitely not a guy who woke up thinking, yeah, I can totally jump off a building today. He's just a kid, a messy, awkward, sneakers half-tied, homework late teenager. Maybe just like you. From the very first scene, Miles feels real. He's at this elite school where everyone seems smarter and cooler than him. He doesn't feel great. Actually, he feels completely lost.
Conclusion stressed.
La T se pronuncia como Z.
Besides that, his dad's also a cop, his mom's a nurse, and they both expect him to do great things. He's got an uncle who's way more fun than his dad, but also happens to be a criminal. Then, just when he starts to find his footing, he gets bit by a radioactive spider. Yeah, because of course he does. But Spider-Verse doesn't make that moment a ta-da, now I'm awesome thing. It's awkward and actually painful. His powers glitch out, he sticks to everything, walls, ceilings, random people.
Stop sticking! Keep sticking, Mouse! Whoa!
He's terrified, confused, and sweating through his hoodie. It's every teenager's worst nightmare, just with more web fluid. And that's the magic of Miles. The movie doesn't rush to make him the perfect Spider-Man. Instead, it lets him fail. Again and again. He tries to swing and smacks into the ground. He meets other spider people and can't keep up. He literally has to be taped to a chair by Peter B. Parker for his own safety. But all those failures build up to one of the greatest animated moments ever.
Miles, a leap of faith.
What's up, danger?
Ever. Man, this scene isn't just eye candy. It's everything this version of Spider-Man stands for. The upside-down fall, the reversed skyline. It's him finally turning fear into freedom. He's no longer imitating someone else's idea of a hero. He's creating his own. His music, his rhythm, his moves, all him. It's the visual definition of self-acceptance. What really grounds him is his mom, Rio. Every time Miles gets lost in self-doubt, Rio brings him back with love, patience, and a reminder that he's enough. She sees her son growing up, drifting between worlds, and she's scared of losing him. And yet, she never clips his wings. She encourages him to be himself, just to not lose who that is along the way.
And what I worry about most is they won't look out for you like us. They won't root for you like us.
Miles' mom represents what makes Spider-Verse so emotionally powerful. Family love that isn't perfect, but honest. What separates him from every other Spider-Man, or honestly from most animated heroes ever, is that he doesn't earn his hero title because of destiny or a prophecy. He earns it because he decides to try again. When he finally faces Kingpin, it's not about proving he's the best Spider-Man. It's about honoring the people who believed in him when he didn't. The writing nails this balance of heart and humor. Miles' world isn't shiny and perfect. It's chaotic, colorful, and full of pressure. But you love him because he reacts like we would. Awkwardly, emotionally, but always authentically. So what's the secret sauce? How do you write a hero like Miles, Jim, Flint, Cody, or Drac? A hero who doesn't need to be flawless to be unforgettable. It's actually simple. You stop trying to make them heroes, and you start making them people. Every single one of these characters works because their stories begin from a wound, not a wish. Jim is terrified of disappointing his mom. Flint wants to make his dad proud. Drac is scared to lose the one person who makes eternity bearable. Cody's chasing a spotlight that doesn't exist. Miles just wants to belong. None of them start strong. They start small, insecure, uncertain. See, we audiences don't connect to power. We connect to truth. A good modern hero doesn't stand tall because destiny picked them. They rise because they fall hard and still get up. The story never tells us they're great. It shows us through every wrong decision, every broken moment, every "I'm not ready" whispered under their breath. The best modern heroes don't run from their flaws. They learn to live with them. Jim still doubts himself even with a magic sword. Flint never stops being weird. Drac never stops being overdramatic. But they grow through it, not around it. Writing a hero like this isn't about making them cool. It's about making them vulnerable enough that when they finally do something cool, it means something. Miles' leap of faith isn't epic because of the animation. It's epic because he's scared. And that's the secret. The modern hero isn't written from perfection. They're written from the crack. And that's exactly why Disney's heroes don't land the same anymore like they used to. Most of the time, they've become too polished, too predictable, too safe. They don't bleed, they don't break, and they sure don't make mistakes that cost them anything. Every journey feels pre-approved somehow. But in the end, we don't fall in love with heroes who always win. We fall in love with the ones who earn it.